She-Bag got me.
Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And he able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
54 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. yards on the touchdown grab. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. There on that drive. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
This caught out left by Bell. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands and see how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run again with Pirine. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. On 1st down, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you can...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And that is taken in by Njoku. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So no problems. Watson on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Here's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Watson looks to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. There's a nice move. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Watson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd down and goal. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Check. Panther 11. Check, hurt. You better be afraid of me. Kill. Check, Bobcat.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Las Vegas Raiders. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Houston Texans. And then finally a good one on Sunday night between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team. of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. We'll get this up to about the 44.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeForest Buckner now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Out to his left. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now a second down and 6.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with now 3. Back now in Indianapolis. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Pirine. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They'll go option to the short side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper from 19. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year, always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Indianapolis, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.